Hello, everybody. We'll give it a couple of more minutes for rest of the participants to join. If you could all turn on your videos, that would be nice.
Okay, just reached 100 participants. Probably give it one more minute, then we should start.
Oh, Lata, looks like everybody's not able to join. This 100 is max capacity for the.
Checking out. Shouldn't be.
That's okay. I think we have a live YouTube stream, so I'm just going to go ahead and send it out so that people can still kind of look at it, but I'll do it on YouTube.
I'm checking the account thing, but yeah, go ahead and give that for now.
Okay, cool.
Because, some of the presenters need to join.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Okay.
Go ahead and join. I'm looking at it. Go ahead. Yeah.
So you're giving the live stream link.
Yeah, go ahead and give the live stream link while I'm fixing this.
Yeah.
It says webinar 500. Okay.
This is not a webinar. This is a regular Zoom meeting.
That's okay.
So...
Go ahead. That's fine. Go ahead. Yep.
The webinar, I have somebody saying that the live stream, they're hearing it double.
That's weird. That might just be because they're both on the Zoom and on the YouTube.
Okay.
Setting on Zoom where you can set this meeting to a large meeting and increase the capacity. Okay. Thank you so much, by the way, for your help.
So we'll. Okay, so I think even the speaker is not able to connect. Give me a second.
I'm kind of looking at it. Give me 1 second.
Yes, yeah, Jayanti, if you want to drop off.
Hey, Una, I think I can also drop off. I can just watch the live stream.
I'm just fixing it. Give me 1 second. I should be able to.
Uh, I think meanwhile, if you haven't already, please go ahead and start joining Discord. So go to discord.com and start downloading Discord so that we can interact with our mentors and get you guys started.
Okay, I've updated to a larger meeting. The only thing is I don't know if this meeting will change.
So Siddharth, I will chat with you privately on that. Okay.
So now how many participants are there here? So there's still 100. Can couple of people drop off and look at the live stream so one of the presenters can join?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Harish is here. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to StarHacks Equal Opportunity Online Hackathon. We're so excited to see all of you on a Saturday. 160 high school students have registered to join this hackathon. This hackathon is being organized by uh, StarHacks and part of Shooting Stars Foundation, and it is being sponsored by Amgen. My name is Una Krishnan, and I work as an accounting manager at Amgen. And I'm also the chair of the Amgen Indian Subcontinent Network, which is partnered with Shooting Stars to organize this hackathon. So I will be the MC for today. And I now hand over to Harish Patel, who is the executive sponsor for the Amgen Indian Subcontinent Network. And he will be kicking off the hackathon for us today. All right, Harish.
All right. Can you hear me, Una?
Yes.
Great. Hey, thank you for setting this up. So first of all, I want to thank the Shooting Stars organization, as well as Una, you, and the rest of the AISN team, as well as the many volunteers that we have outside of ASN to put this together. And looking at the flurry of coordinated emails and text messaging over the last, I'll say, 3 weeks, I can tell the amount of effort it takes to put something like this together. So I want to say thank you to everyone for leading the charge to make this happen. And so with that, it's my honor to introduce Rohini Deshpande. So Rohini is the Vice President of Drug Substance Technologies. Sorry, Una, did you want to say something?
Yes, Rohini will join us at 3:30. So yeah,
Oh,
so we'll just kick
okay.
off the hackathon. Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't realize. So are we just kicking off the event, right?
The hackathon for the participants, yes.
Okay, well, take it back then.
All right. Thank you, Harish. Yeah, and let's. Today we have a few interesting workshops lined up for you, and the one of our key goals of this hackathon is for you to be able to connect and network with high school students all around the U.S. And to learn from the whole hackathon experience, we have Amgen mentors who will be guiding you through the hackathon. So every team, a team has 4 participants, and every team will have an assigned mentor. So you'll have, there'll be 2 teams assigned to mentors. So, the mentors will be guiding you through the whole hackathon. So yeah, enjoy the experience. Hope you can, learn and learn through this experience. And let's move on to the first workshop. So today we have a workshop on idea generation, and followed by we have Ming Zi, who is the CEO of a nonprofit organization called The Love Story. So she's going to be sharing her the goal of her nonprofit organization, and she's going to bring a real life project to you all. So that's going to be the next session after the idea generation session, followed by an high schooler sharing the hackathon story. Like, what does it take from end to finish, in a hackathon, from the start to end in a hackathon? And then you will go and meet with your mentors. So on Discord, there's a dashboard which tells you who your mentors are. For each, as I said, there will be a mentor, one mentor for 2 teams. You can look up who your mentor is and also your team number. So you'll get about 45 minutes to meet with your mentors, and you have a checklist for today, which you can go through, and that will be followed by a biotechnology workshop, a biotechnology information session, which is going to be hosted by Vice President of Drug Substance from Amgen. And that will be followed by a lab exchange information session that's going to be hosted by ambassadors for the lab exchange platform. So that's kind of the agenda for today. So let me start off with the idea generation session. So I'm going to be hosting the idea generation session. So Lata, let me know when you can see my screen.
We can see it, Una.
Okay, perfect. All right. So so we are at the StarHacks Equal Opportunity Hackathon, sponsored by Amgen. And who am I? As I said, my name is Una Krishnan, and I'm a certified public accountant, and I work as an accounting manager for Amgen. My passion is empowering youth, and my purpose I'm still discovering. So the name of this session is The Perfect Idea. So you may be wondering, what does it mean? What does it mean when we say it's a perfect idea, right? Are there even bad and good ideas? And how do you determine if it's a perfect idea? So I'm going to walk you through certain measures to see what's a perfect idea. So there's external factors to it, and then there's internal factors. So let me walk you through that. So first, what is an idea? So in a hackathon, when you're given a problem and you have to come up with an idea to solve the problem, right? So basically an idea is something that connects the problem to the solution. It's and also when you need a solution, either when there is a problem or also to satisfy a need, right? To solve a problem or to satisfy a need, you need an idea. So that's the that's the definition of an idea. And in order to come up with a good idea, one of the key things is to understand the problem. Focus on
doing something. I will.
Padma, can you mute the speaker? Okay. All right. So one of the key things is to focus on the problem, right? To come up with the idea to solve the problem, first you need to focus on the problem. So a problem well-defined is a problem half solved. So paying attention to understanding the problem is key to solving the problem. And with regards to, so in the first slide, we saw that, you need an idea to either solve a problem or to satisfy a need. So for the problem, you need to understand the problem. For the need, so some of you may have seen this. This is the Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. So Maslow defined human needs in a hierarchy. He said, people are going to first focus on the physiological needs like food, clothing, shelter, and then comes the safety needs, which is, security, safety, which is the physical security or emotional security, financial security, And then then comes the emotional needs, which is the feeling of belonging, the sense of belonging, the need to have friends, relationships. And then you have your self-esteem needs, which is how you want to be looked at by society, right? So that's your self-esteem needs. And then the self-actualization needs is where you are able to bring out your full creative potential, right? So for example, if you look at Facebook, it's something that solved the emotional needs of people, right? People are able to communicate earlier, before all the social media. People have to meet in person in order to satisfy the emotional needs. But now with social media, you can do it remotely and online. And without that, now especially during COVID, if not for social media, people would have suffered more. Because of all the technological advancements, we've been able to at least meet our emotional needs during the pandemic. So it's important to see, when you're looking to come up with an idea to satisfy a need, it's important to see where in this pyramid the need falls under. So that helps you understand the need better and to come up with the right solution to meet that need. So and the key to successful ideas is understanding your customer and understanding your competition. So, sometimes the customer could be yourself, right? When you're trying to satisfy your need, then you have to understand yourself better to know, okay, what is the solution for that problem, right? How can you satisfy that need? So the key things is to focus on the customer and to focus on the competition, right? When you're coming up with an idea or business idea, or, you need to know your customers, what do they actually need? And what is the competition that's there? If you're going to provide the same solution that somebody else is already providing, then you may not be bringing in value, right? You need to have a differentiation factor from the competition. It could be the cost, or it could be you're in a specific geographic region and there is no competition in that region. So you need to have the differentiation factor. So when you're working on any idea, so earlier we went through all the external factors, right? Okay, is there a demand? Do you have customers? All of those. And are you solving a problem? But the other part of a perfect idea is all the internal factors, right? You're going to be spending your time, energy, and resources working on any solution. So you need to see if that idea resonates with you. So in order to see if a particular idea resonates with you as a person, you should know what your goals are and what your values are. So, these are the two key things we look at when making decisions, like, when making personal decisions, or, and I think anything that you're investing your time in, or your time, energy, effort, you need to see if it what is it providing, right? So you need to understand your goals and values. So when you look at your goals, so that's where self-discovery comes in. As you're all in high school now, and this is the right time to think about it. What is your ultimate goal? We all come up with, we do a lot of planning, for events and, for a lot of short-term goals. But looking at life as such and, internalizing and finding and looking at looking at your feelings and emotions to see what is your ultimate goal, right? What makes you happy? Like, do you want to leave a legacy behind? So your journey of life, is that the basis for that? Or, do you want to become wealthy? Do you want to make money? Is that what is going to make you happy? Or are you somebody who likes to be in power, right? Or are you somebody who's likes to just feel fulfilled? You like, you prioritize relationships and you like making people happy. And or popularity. Some people, some of you, the goal maybe you want to be popular. So it's important to understand what your ultimate goal is, and then values. The values are very important. And in Amgen, anybody who joins Amgen, the first thing they're taught are the Amgen values. And it's very important because that's what guides us, because we can achieve our goals. There are so many ways to achieve our goals, but the values are basically the one that, gives the breadth and width of how far we will go in order to achieve our goals. So, you need to understand what your values are. This is about discovering yourself. Like, are you, you may do something to achieve a goal, but you may not feel happy about it if it does not meet your value guidelines. So, integrity could be a value that you focus on, or kindness and compassion. So you need to understand what your values are. And the other thing, there's a Japanese concept called ikigai, which helps you find the balance in life between success and satisfaction. So, all of us are, working towards being successful and being happy, right? So this helps you find that balance between the two. So which is when you're looking, so this concept can be used when you're looking at an idea too. When you're looking at an idea, and when you're going to spend your time and effort, you need to see what is going to be the end result of that. Is there demand? Are you going to get paid for the idea? And so that kind of leads you to your standard of living. Each of you could be could be happy at a certain standard of living. So in order to achieve that standard of living, you need to see how much money you need, right? And you need to pursue things that will get you that amount of money, that will lead you to that standard of living. And the next thing is, the skills, the talents, skills, and capabilities that you need in order to pursue that idea, right? Either then you have to partner with people who have those skills, or you should have those skills yourself. So that's important to assess when you're looking at an idea, to see, do you have the capabilities to implement that idea? And and whether the idea is required in the world, right? That's the external factor, right? Is there demand for that idea, as well as the bigger picture? There could be demand, but is it going to make the world a better place? On the whole, right? Looking at the bigger picture, does the world need this, right? And the fourth concept is, do you enjoy doing it? Do you love what you do? So that's an important thing. We can chase behind success, but ultimately, we have to be happy about what we are doing, right? So it's important to connect with your feelings and emotions to see if you enjoy pursuing that idea, you enjoy doing what's required to implement that idea. So this kind of helps you connect with the idea, because anything, when you're passionate about something, you're going to find ways to do it. So this is when you love doing something, then you're going to find ways to do it. So it's important to connect, find that connection. And an idea is only that until you do something about it. And that's one of the key goals of this hackathon, is to give you that hands-on experience. You have to jump right into it, right? You may be thinking, oh, technology is difficult, or you may have certain perceptions, or, am I good at it? So this is your opportunity to, dive deep in, explore and see if, you like technology, you like work, you like coding, or, technology has various aspects as well. That's what you're going to see in the hackathon. The designing or the presentation, there's so many aspects to it. So you're going to get hands-on experience on a lot of these areas. So we hope that, it will benefit you in the long run. And that was the idea generation presentation. So now I will hand over to Mingzi to share with us about her nonprofit. So I think now it's letting participants, now any number of participants can join. The setting has been changed. Is Mingzi? Yeah, Mingzi is here. So yeah, the floor is yours, Mingzi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Minji. I am so grateful to be here. Thank you, Shooting Stars Foundation. Thank you, Amgen, for putting this together. So I'm a founder and CEO of a nonprofit called The Love Story. And I started this organization some 5 years ago during a time when I was still teaching. I was actually a former teacher. I taught English and speech and debate. I was a curriculum designer, English department chair. I have a 10+ years of educational experience. And what I found throughout my career as a teacher was a missing EQ dynamic. We were so focused on core curriculums that the EQ emotional quotient piece was missing. And it wasn't until I went through my personal depression that it became an urgent matter for me. So I actually left teaching to pursue the nonprofit project. So I'm going to now share screen. Just give me 1 second here while I get it ready. Okay. And it's actually a great segue because I didn't start this until I saw that the problem was urgent for me. And until it became urgent for me, I didn't do anything. So I did it because at first it was something I needed to do to heal for myself. And then I realized the applications it could do for others. And I used my years of curriculum design and teaching to build this organization. So why is it called The Love Story? It's called a love story because we believe it's a hero's journey. And if some of you are familiar with Joseph Campbell's monomyth, the hero's journey is about going through, crossing over from the ordinary world to the extraordinary world, and realizing that there is a problem to solve and going into the world unknown to fight, slay, whatever you need to slay to get to the elixir, which is the solution to the problem. And we believe that to transform one's life tragedy into a divine comedy is called the love story. And as journal artists, we journal our trauma into fictional drama. And we do this by first starting with what we call artist-inspired journaling. So I'm going to go into that in more detail. So a little bit about us. What is the love story exactly? It's a way of reframing our identity when we're going through pain. Our mission is to shift the perception of pain, not as something to be dismissed, ashamed, or avoided, but as an opportunity. We do this particularly inside the love story through storytelling. And we do it through specifically expressive writing and therapeutic journaling. We call ourselves journal artists, and a journal artist is someone who is willing to tell their life story into fiction based on a true story. And we do this one journal entry at a time, and there's multiple ways of journaling. We do it ourselves on the journaling portal, which I'm going to show you here. We could journal together, Mirror Darkly journaling sessions. We've already hosted over 300 thus far, and journaling alongside our artist performances, which I will show you in a minute. But what is the whole purpose of that? It's to offer hope. It's to offer a silver lining in our suffering. I think suffering, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional because we can choose, even though it could get really dark at times and we feel very overwhelmed and it could be seemingly outside of our control. Our message is that you do have what's called divine will, meaning the ability to choose. So our goal is to shift your narrative from a tragedy into a divine comedy. And that entire journey is called the love story. So going back to the homepage, our first program is called the Producers Program, and it's about journaling your pain into a 3-act tragedy told in fiction based on a true story. And we start with Act 1. Act 1 is the focus on faith over fear. Faith in what? It could be faith that there is hope down the line, even though it doesn't seem that way. Faith in yourself to transcend the pain. Faith in a higher power. Faith in love. Even when it feels like there's no love around, just faith that something is going to happen, even though it seems like it's not happening right now. So there's 3 ways of journaling. When you journal alone, you could journal by pain or passion. If you click on passion, you'll be able to see all these artists that we've interviewed over the past 5 years. And all these artists are sharing their pain to passion journeys. And the artists we have actually like a step-by-step process on how to do deep journaling through that. The other option is to journal by pain. And when you journal by pain, you're really focusing on your present perfect presence of how you're feeling right now. So it gets you into present moment awareness. And from there, you could filter by painful keywords. And then from there, you could read journal entries. And then from there, we do what's called, we prompt you to journal. So read the journal entry, find a quote that resonates with you, utilize that quote as your journaling prompt, and we ask you to journal 15 minutes distraction free. Why 15 minutes? Because scientifically we found that that's the optimal time to be motivated enough to do it, because it's just 15 minutes. But also, you'd be surprised what you could get out in 15 minutes. So it's really tapping into the subconscious. Another thing I want to show you is journal together. So we have, even before COVID, our organization has been using Zoom. We're a virtual organization completely. We have teams from all across the United States currently. And we have journal artists hosting journaling sessions. So even now, if you want to go on it, you could join a journaling session. But I'm just going to play this video real quick so you could see more in detail what it's about.
Because it is a lot of information. It is something that's very new. And just read through it. I know that like when I'm in a bad place mentally, I like don't have the focus to sit there and like read something, but really just take a second and read it and understand what you're doing. Because like at first I was like, I kind of don't get the purpose of this. Like, what am I doing? I'm just writing. You're not just writing. You're trying to understand yourself better, and you're trying to make sense of emotions, which is sort of a strange thing to do because your emotions are so intangible and they're so crazy. And often I like will feel very strongly and I don't know what the feeling is. Like I'm like, what is this? I'm just feeling emotions. So the point of journaling is really to just look inside and be like, okay, what is this? Why am I feeling it? And what do I do with it?
Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 would be browse, which is essentially, them kind of, I guess, browsing, which I'm doing right now. Step 2, which you had mentioned was watch, listen, and pull quote. So if I go and if I'm here, I'm assuming my step 2 is, watching the video.
Yeah.
And then step 3 is copy, quote, and journal 15 minutes or more.
It's kind of helped me develop my personal voice as well as my writing voice. I at one point I was reluctant to share my opinions and my experiences, and now since I've been journaling with my community and sharing with them, I just feel like it's okay to speak up and it's okay to speak out, and that's something that I wasn't doing before.
And no, I'm not afraid to know I will be okay without you.
Alarmingly impressive at assessing situations, mentally crunching the ones and zeros to determine the possible outcomes. Deep down, he knew that these abstract formulas were not a guarantee, that nothing at all was ever guaranteed. There would always be some factor he didn't know about or an outside force to wreck his calculations. Still, he would rather tirelessly grind his brain cells into overdrive nonetheless.
You left me in the cold.
So
Yes, it is a lot of information. It is
hold
something
on.
that's very new.
Okay, there we go. So currently we're public to the greater, across the major cities, but we definitely are looking to implement this in the high school and college communities. And what you saw in that video was called a resonation. A resonation is, let's say I share my journal entry to you. And all you're doing is highlighting parts that you could personally relate to. That's it. You're not commenting on it. You're not like giving advice. The whole point is to connect. So there's that aspect of our journaling process. And then last but not least, we have what's called live performance artist inspired journaling. So I'm going to show you a bit of that. So this is something we've done the past 5 times in Los Angeles, but we're now, grateful that we could do this virtual. So our upcoming showcase is November 28th, and I just want to give you a quick preview of what that looks like.
If only time could disappear, we will be this way until the end. Yeah, 'cause the speed of sound can hit when we would miss. It's out the heart and soul, we don't exist. No, we don't exist. So let me see, let me feel, let me breathe without any sound. It's the only thing I'm waking up for now, up for now. Let me see, let me feel, let me breathe without any sound.
So I have to pause early because of timing, but I just want to say that we do live artist inspired journaling showcases. And why is that relevant? I'm going to show you one last video and I promise I'll be done. But this is specially designed for today's hackathon. So this is our call to action here. We're looking for something very specific in today's hackathon.
According to the World Health Organization, depression is a leading cause of disabilities worldwide. The Love Story believes that depression is suppressed expression. Our mission is to shift the perception of pain, not as something to be ignored, dismissed, or ashamed about, but as an opportunity for finding one's passion and purpose through the pain. The journey of transforming your tragedy into a divine comedy is called The Love Story. As journal artists, we fuse the art of journaling with the craft of a journal artist for the personal journey. As journal artists, we share our truth inside fiction based on a true story. Our one Fight Club rule is that we don't disclose what parts are fiction and nonfiction. We believe that to transform pain, we must first understand it. Through the process of expressive writing and therapeutic journaling, we believe we can reveal, feel, deal, and heal. We believe that the most effective way of deeply healing the root of our pain is through kindred compassion, boldly spoken and broken open. For now we see a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. For now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. This is the mystery of love revealed in 1 Corinthians 13:12. We need your help in building something that would bring community, connection, and catharsis for high school and college students worldwide. In this app, anyone can begin processing pain by acting as a journal artist host, someone who is willing to host an online or offline journaling session, or act as a journal artist writer, someone who is willing to participate in a journaling session or in a showcase. Or 3, as a journal artist, someone who is willing to perform and showcase their creative expressions, painting, music, sculpting, dancing, spoken word, ad infinitum, in front of an audience of journal artist members, giving journaling prompts and holding space for an open mic audience response. Since 2016, we've had over 279,000 unique visitors on our journaling portal, and we've hosted over 300 journaling sessions. Our hope is that through this platform, we will have more people sign up as journal artist writers, hosts, and performers who will hold space, become the mirror, and help others heal while helping themselves heal. Our goal is by the end of 2021, we will have over 13,000 online and offline meetings and showcases worldwide. Keep calm and journal on.
So yeah, that's our call to action for this hackathon. We really appreciate your time and thank you for listening to our cause.
Thank you, Mingzi. So all hackathon participants, you have a great opportunity here to actually build a real app for the love story. So Mingji is, shared their story with us and how, what is the goal of the nonprofit. It's, one of your topics is to foster mental well-being. So if you resonate with, the love story, their concept of journaling, you can help them build a app. So you have a real life project here that you can work on as part of the hackathon. And yeah, thank you, Mingji. And so next, we're going to move on to, you're going to go ahead and meet with your mentors now. So we were supposed to, there's another session, which is the, Ange to share his, the hackathon story from beginning to end, but we're going to move that to 5 p.m. It's about 5-10 minutes. We'll have that right after our lab exchange session. So you get more time with your mentors today. So the time is now 2:40. So the next session on Zoom is at 3:30, where we have the biotechnology information workshop by Rohini Deshpande, who's the Vice President of Drug Substance Technologies at Amgen, and she's going to walk you through, what biotechnology is, her career journey, and there's a bit of biotech trivia and also, careers in biotechnology. So, now we can, you can all go to Discord, where you will be meeting with your mentors. So, once you join your teams, your mentors will, also join your team. And you can look at the checklist for today, the student guide, the hackathon participant guide that was emailed to all of you has the checklist for today. I'm just going to highlight the key things that, that you're expected to do today, which is one is first, introduce yourself, some ice breaking, get to know your team members. And the next is we encourage you to assign roles within a team. So every team has 4 participants. So, once you introduce yourself and you understand what are the strengths and weaknesses of each team member, one will be the project manager, who will be responsible for scheduling the meetings, for file management, and coordinating everything through the hackathon. So and then the next role would be that of a design lead, who will be responsible for designing the solution and also for testing. And then the third role is that of a technical lead, who's going to be responsible for the coding, the actual coding, and also for the platform selection, whether you're going to build a website or whether you're going to build an app, as part of the hackathon. So that will be the responsibility of the technical lead. And then the fourth role is that of the presentation lead. So the person who's going to be responsible for building the presentation that they're going to, present to the judges. So there's basically 4 roles. So as you get to know your team members, assigned roles, so you can take responsibility. So you will be responsible for those functions as part of this hackathon journey. And you will also, one of the key things would also be, when you're responsible for that area, then you could be the decision maker for that particular area. And the next thing is the topics. So we sent the 4 topics as part of the participant guide. So, the 4 topics for the hackathon are, one is what you saw, foster mental well-being. And then the next one is foster diversity, inclusion, and belonging. And the third topic is, fun ways to celebrate festivals during COVID, or just fun ways to celebrate during COVID, right? Birthdays, anniversaries, and festivals too, right? We have so many festivals coming up now, especially, with the holiday season approaching, like Christmas, Hanukkah, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Diwali, so, if you want to come up with a website or an app that helps people to, celebrate these things in a fun way, that's one of your topics. And then the fourth topic is close to Amgen, which is, improve access to healthcare. Amgen is part of the healthcare industry. And so, and especially with COVID now, there's like so much of, so many innovative ways now we have to think about, access to healthcare. It's no more the traditional way of going and meeting with the doctor. It's changed now, right? COVID has changed a lot of things. And so, one of the topics, the fourth topic is improve access to healthcare. So today, one of the key, part of the checklist today is to decide your topic. Come up, meet your teammates, come up with the roles, and then discuss and decide what is the topic that you're going to pick for the hackathon today. And the role of and also the role of the project manager is going to be to set up a Google Drive where you can share all the files. If 2 of you are working on the coding, you may have to save the files, right? If you're working on the presentation, then you need a common place to save all these files. So that's going to be in a Google Drive, and the responsibility for creating that Google Drive for your teams, it's just for your team and your mentor, would be that responsibility would be that of the project manager. And also, once you select your topic, you have to come up with ideas on, how you're going to solve the problem, right? Like, what is the idea that you're going to use for the hackathon? So what we'd like to suggest is, if the project manager can come up with a Google spreadsheet that is set up in the, just a spreadsheet that's set up in the Google Drive, and you have time from today till tomorrow to think about the idea. Take it as an assignment, go think about it. Okay, this is my topic. Let's say you decide fun ways to celebrate is your topic. Think about, okay, what are the ideas? And each of you go ahead and put it on the spreadsheet anonymously. So, you don't have to be shy. Nobody, it's going to be anonymous. You can put down all the ideas on the spreadsheet. And this is called private collection. And then tomorrow when you meet again with your team and with your mentor, then you can look at all the ideas that have been collected and then decide on the idea that you're going to pursue. So there are, essentially 4 things today, which is get to know your teams, assign roles, select your topic, and then set up the Google Drive. So have fun, meet your team, meet your mentors, have fun, and come back to the Zoom call. It's the same Zoom meeting invite at 3:25. If you can come back to the Zoom call at 3:25, it's going to be a very interesting session on biotechnology. You're going to have a lot of hands-on. You're going to play a game on Kahoot while learning biotech. So 3:25, come back onto the Zoom channel. Zoom call. Good luck. You can go to your Discord channel. So all of you can, go out of Zoom and go into your Discord channels. Should we stop the streaming, Lata?
Yeah, I've asked Shailesh. Yeah, I think, is there a way to pause? You should pause the streaming, Padma.
I don't see a pause. It's just stop. Stop live stream.
Yeah, so we can stop, and I'm hoping we can restart again when Rohini comes in. I think so.
Is the streaming stopped? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to discard Una, so you guys decide what to do with the streaming. I'm answering stuff in Discord.
Yeah, go ahead.